Okay, so this is a speedrun of Ottoman Imperial Castle Rush. Just doing it as quickly as I think I can. It's not a completely useless enemy either, they do raid. So... yeah, it's not quite as simple as it perhaps could have been. But nevertheless, I just try and go absolutely at full power as fast as I can do it. I decide this time I make the decision to only have 4 villagers on feudal upgrade, and that actually allows me to upgrade wheelbarrow at the same time as upgrading for feudal, which I do think helps a little bit in overall speed to Imperial. I do pretty much exactly the same strategy as I've been doing. You know, on stone fairly early, get those military schools up, use the barracks to increase speed of military school production. They're not too far behind in terms of feudal. Getting that military school up 7-0-10 maybe 12, not too bad. Not kind of completely fantastic, but not too bad. They're Mongols. Mongols can be quite good, but I don't necessarily think they were amazing. Let's have a look at... oh, I'm up here this time. Yeah, so I'm beating them on most fronts actually. They're just doing better at me on gold. So I'm now at Castle. It's pretty quick. As you can see, I haven't even bothered putting an outpost up yet. I'm leaving that very late. And here they come. So this is just me, I didn't notice that they're coming, I just decided to put an outpost up now. Almost just in the nick of time, really. Yeah, I mean I don't see them until a little bit late. They haven't killed anyone yet though, I don't think. They're going after the outpost I've just put up, but I'm slightly arrogantly thinking that I can save it. See, they go off the buildings after they're on fire, which is an interesting tactic. I then save the outpost because of that strategy that they've employed of going off and attacking the next building once it's on fire. That strategy really has not worked for them in this case. Yeah, it really has not worked for them at all. They actually end up destroying no buildings because I just repair them. It's a bit lucky, to be honest. It is a bit lucky. I get a bit lucky in relation to... because that was just about to go, that mining camp. And it does, that obviously slows me down a bit because I have to garrison people and whatever else. So I do get slowed down a bit. And so they're doing quite well in terms of food now and in terms of wood, in fact in terms of everything. It takes me a minute to get back into my stride. Upgrading springboard, emplacement, getting a few more non-upgraded spearmen. I do note that they're not upgraded yet, and perhaps that's not ideal, but as I say, this was very much kind of finding out how fast I can do this. It's currently 12 minutes 57, the enemy has just entered Castle Age. Slightly belatedly. I don't think I lost any villagers on that raid, to be honest. I'm aware that food is very much the priority, so I take some villagers off wood. I'm looking to start to build up an army, but almost a bare minimum army. A kind of army that will be able to push, but very much with the view that these units are going to be supported by a Seagate Castle. 40 and 35 now. I've got this guy that I think he just followed one of the horsemen back or something. I'm not sure why he's over there. I don't remember placing him over there. But anyway, he's acting as a bit of a scout, which is quite useful anyway. They're not using lumber camps for some reason. Oh, that's because it's Mongols, Peter. Okay. Is that, am I right in thinking that Mongols don't use... I don't really play Mongols, so I don't 100% know. What are they doing? Kind of changing their mind and moving their buildings around a bit. Interesting decision. I'm not quite sure what the point of that is. They're rearranging to make it harder for me. Maybe? I don't know. Anyway, 1640 now. Army's coming up. The farms are going a bit crazy. Getting a lot of food income now. Just waiting on that gold income really. So I do create some more gold mines around. These guys are on wood. I just go over to gold to just push that over the edge. And actually start to get my army kind of ready. Am I actually going now? Yeah, I'm going now, look. So it's very small, as you can see. It's a really small army. But again, that's because I think in about it's about 18 minutes I'm starting to push the enemy. And I have no kind of expectation that this army could match a decent army that that the enemy might be able to field on its own. The point very much is it's with a Seagate Castle behind them, they were going to be able to withstand. And it's that shock value as well. It's the use of that kind of shock value. And I'm just going to highlight that, okay, so I mine hopped, I went to this gold vein, I collected gold such that I kind of got a decent amount here, and then I just went absolutely all out on a sudden attack in one of their fairly vulnerable locations. They did have a bit of an army here, but they've also got a load of villages and pastures and whatever else, so it's also could be described as a reasonably soft target, and also somewhere you might want to target in terms of putting a castle. I don't know what these are doing down here. Yeah, I mean the enemy clearly weren't kind of quite the caliber that they could have been, but still it was a good example of kind of what you can do with the Ottomans. Just really not letting the enemy get into their stride at all. Right, straight garrison, 15 villages in there, and then get onto that lumber source. The lumber source being important because you're just about to make siege equipment. I've got a nice amount of wood and a nice amount of gold, such that I can absolutely churn these counterweight trebuchets out as soon as possible. And the enemy's done, right? It's just too early. It's too early for them to push back. and it's too sudden as well. So yeah, that was a good ideal almost example of a kind of speed running to Ottoman castle, Ottoman Seagate tower in getting into Imperial Age. Good game.